Hello, everyone. I'm Natacha with Fierce HR. Today, I want to get into something every leader needs to consider: building a resilient workforce. And I don't mean some abstract idea. We're talking real, actionable strategies that us leaders can use to help our teams handle uncertainty. The kind of uncertainty we're all feeling, from election cycles to wars, climate disasters, inflation, and the everyday challenges like burnout and wellness. Here's the truth: we can't pretend our people aren't impacted by what's happening outside of work. But resilience doesn't mean telling them to be tougher. It's about giving them the right tools, support, and an environment to thrive, even when the world feels chaotic. And as leaders, that's on us to create. So let's dive into it. Here are 7 strategies for building a resilient workforce that can face anything that comes next. 1. Acknowledge the uncertainty. Don't avoid it. Let's be real about what's happening. Whether it's stress of global politics, climate disasters, or economic turbulence we're feeling from inflation, we can't pretend these things don't impact our workforce. If people are worried about the world, it's going to show up in their work. And as leaders, it's on us to set the tone. If we're not acknowledging these challenges, we're telling our teams to suppress their concerns and stay professional. That's not suitable. And frankly, it doesn't build resilience. What should we do? Create a space for open dialogue. Let your teams know it's okay to talk about what's weighing on them. We're not here to fix global problems, but just letting them know their well-being is priority goes a long way. 2. Prioritize mental health and wellness as non-negotiable. Let's talk about well-being. You can't build resilience without addressing mental health. Burnout is real, and if we're not putting real effort into the mental health and wellness of our teams, we're setting them up to fail. This isn't about pushing through tough times. It's about being supported through them. Think of mental health resources, wellness programs, or just offering more work-life balance. These aren't just perks anymore. They are survival tools for today's workforce. What should we do? Make wellness non-negotiable. Invest in mental health programs, offer flexible working options, and encourage people to take time off when needed. A healthy team is a resilient team. 3. Be transparent. Uncertainty demands clarity from leadership. When the world outside is uncertain, your people look to you for stability. Even when you don't have all the answers, being upfront about what's happening and how you're handling it builds trust. During uncertain times, clarity gives your employees something to hold on to. If the external world feels chaotic, your team needs to know they can count on you to provide direction. So what's the action here? Communicate openly and frequently. Tell your team what's happening and what steps you're taking to navigate the situation. If the answer is, we're still figuring it out, that's better than leaving them in the dark. 4. Cultivate a culture of adaptability and agility. Resilience thrives in a culture that can pivot quickly. Your workforce has to be ready to adjust, whether it's due to a market shift, a disaster, or a sudden political change. This means fostering innovation, flexibility, and problem solving as core competencies. A team that's used to adapting won't get stuck when things go sideways. How do we do this? Embed agility into your culture. Encourage your teams to experiment, take calculated risks, and find new solutions. If your people feel empowered to adapt, they'll be better prepared for the unknown. 5. Strengthen your leadership bench. Here's a key point. Resilience isn't just for your employees. Leaders need it too. During a crisis, your leadership team is the foundation holding your organization together. And if they aren't equipped to lead effectively, the cracks will show fast. Strong leadership means being able to guide teams through uncertain times, make quick decisions, and keep everyone grounded. What's the solution? Invest in leadership development. Your leaders need to be technically strong, but they also need emotional intelligence and adaptability. Training in crisis management, empathy, and agility will ensure they can handle whatever comes their way. 6. Create psychological safety. It's the foundation of resilience. Employees need to know they can speak up, share their concerns, and admit mistakes without fear of retaliation. If people are too afraid to voice their challenges, they won't be able to adapt when things get tough. What to do? Foster a culture where open communication is the norm. Make it clear that asking for help isn't a weakness. When your people feel safe to express themselves, trust grows, and that trust fuels resilience. 7, be proactive, not reactive. Resilience isn't just about reacting to crisis, it's about anticipating them. A proactive leader seeks to avoid risks and makes decisions before things spiral out of control. This mindset is what prepares your team to handle the unexpected. What's the move here? Lead with a proactive mindset. Anticipate challenges and build contingency plans. Equip your teams with the tools to face uncertainty head on before it arrives. So, what's the takeaway? Leaders, resilience doesn't happen by accident. It's built, and it's on us to make that happen. Whether it's the stress of an election cycle, the unpredictability of inflation, or the constant pressure of wellness and burnout, our teams are counting on us to guide them. Building a resilient workforce means creating a space where uncertainty is acknowledged, well-being is prioritized, and adaptability is embraced. But most importantly, it's about leading with transparency, empathy, and proactivity. So here's my challenge. Invest in your people, lead with compassion, and build an environment where your teams can grow even when things feel uncertain. Because resilience isn't just about surviving the tough times. It's about thriving when the world feels unstable.